What's up guys, Joe for the StarCraft Vault, and I'm going to be casting a game, and it's going to be between Spanishiwa, the blue Zerg. He's going to be at the bottom left hand corner of the map, and it's also going to be BBQplox at the top right hand corner of the map. The map is going to be Metalopolis, and it's interesting to see that spawns on the right hand side. Usually on Metalopolis we do see a lot of spawn heavy favouring of these two corners. Well, I see a lot of spawns there anyway. BBQplox saying congratulations on getting on Vile. That's nice of him to say that, and Spanishiwa saying thanks, and a little smiley face with the 2 dots and a D. I like that smiley face, that's pretty cool. Anyway, interesting to see this name of the red Protoss is BBQplox. Does this mean that he's asking for a barbecue? Because barbecues are pretty goddamn awesome, as Taves would say. But they are pretty goddamn awesome, and it's nice he's saying please for them, you know. Interesting to see that, not BBQ now. It's BBQ please, barbecue now. Anyway, he's going to be called BBQplox, and it's going to be against his opponent Spanishiwa. Has been generating a lot of interest recently in all circles of StarCraft, especially the Zerg circles, with his fast expand no gas build, which he has dubbed the Ice Fisher build. A lot of Zergs taking the fast expand before gas build on board now, and a lot of them using it, which can be very devastating mid and late game for their opponents. However, if you get some early pressure on, then you are going to be so ahead. It's just going to be so good for the Zerg player. They're going to be miles ahead, centuries and universes ahead, and that doesn't make sense because a universe is not a length of time. And the expansion does go down for Spanishiwa. And this is interesting because we knew he was going to go for that because he does it so often. But I don't know, it's just Spanishiwa, his build is just so strong that he can defend any early rushes just from spine crawlers and queens, because he gets an inordinate amount of queens. He just gets so many queens, and he needs to get an overlord out here actually. Doesn't look like he's going to be producing one of them. Maybe going to get supply blocked. However, the spawning pool is of utmost importance, so he's going to be focusing on that and trying to take down this probe. With the overlord just starting now, was supply blocked for a little while there. However, getting his extractor now, one extractor, which is interesting. Although it's not interesting because it's in BBQplox's base, and he's going to have no use of that gas. Interested to see if he'll let it finish or he'll cancel, and he does let it finish, which means BBQplox is going to have to destroy that if he wants to get a second gas. Looks like he is going to be sending his first zealot now. Interesting to see that the hatchery has finished now and just going to be producing drones and drones. A spine crawler going down, as he did see the zealot there. Looks like it is going to be some early zealot pressure from BBQplox. Chrono boosting that out, chrono boosting warp gate tech out, and another sentry on the way as well, which is going to be useful to get force fields just in case Spanishiwa decides to go for these early Zerglings, which it doesn't look like he is, as the spine crawler is nearly done. That's going to be plenty to defend this base, as well as the queen here who's going to be spreading the creep. Nice little path down there, little highway on Metalopolis, one of my favourite maps. They're so slow off creep, but they're pretty rapid on creep, and that spine crawler has been done now. Just going to be producing more and more creep, just trying to get the creep is so advantageous to Zergs, not just because it increases their speed and they can build on it, because those two aren't really massive benefits, but simply because it's just vision. It's a map hack for Zerg. You can see everything. Terran has to scan or send a scout that can be killed, and Zerg just creeps everywhere, and it's pretty annoying really. The creep spread is pretty slow, however, but you know, it's just so annoying if you're against a Zerg player who's just creeped everywhere. And it's interesting when they get the overlords to poop creep everywhere, like in these expansions, and you just can't expand. Even when they're gone, you have to wait like, I don't know, where is this, like 20-30 seconds for the creep to clear up, which is going to really impact you and your build order. 2 more spine crawlers going down now for Spanishiwa. Actually 3 more spine crawlers going uber defense mode now, as he does see this army here. A lot of stalkers actually just going to try and prevent anything going on here, and the expansion does come down for the Protoss player. I'm actually quite frustrated. I did just cast a game between Spanishiwa and Bandino, which was a really interesting game. However, I didn't have my mic shroud on, and the audio quality was abysmal, so I'm not uploading that. That's just embarrassing for my channel, and you guys don't want to hear my voice crackling all the time, going shh in the mic. Hopefully this has been solved in the newer videos with the mic shroud that I have. And these spine crawlers just going to deny anything that is coming in early for BBQplox. And it does look like he's going to be pushing out now. There is a lot of sentries there and only 3 zealots. I think this could be easily fended off with these spine crawlers. Another one going down, making an entire wall of spine crawlers with an evo chamber behind it. These queens and spine crawlers just so effective at taking down this army. And the army comes in and he's just going to see one of those spine crawlers and he's going to think, no, I'll turn around. These queens just having a party here. There's 4 of them. That's a whopping great number of queens. That can just do so much damage there. Actually, it's interesting to see if Spanishiwa will just make queens and attack with just the queens. Which is, I don't think he's going to do, as that would be very strange, and we're not used to seeing that. Bringing that queen up to inject the lava right there. Metabolic boost coming down for the Zerg player, Spanishiwa, who is going to be getting that for his Zerglings. Doesn't look like he has many Zerglings out. He doesn't have any Zerglings out, but the drone count, 43 drones for Spanishiwa to the measly 34 of BBQplox. He does look like he's going to be producing more drones and cannons going down. Interesting to see that he's going to be blocking off the base there, favoured by a lot of Protoss players putting the cannon behind their buildings, really defending it off. However, if this pylon was to get taken out with the decreased pylon radius, this pylon up here doesn't reach anything down here. So if that pylon gets taken out, these buildings are useless. Absolutely useless, although they are going to be warping in stalkers, which is very interesting to see. The queens moving up, increasing the creep spread. And it doesn't look like there's many attacking units out for Spanishiwa. 30 Zerglings are being produced, as I do say that, as well as melee attacks, ground carapace, ventral sacks, and metabolic boost, which is just an extraordinary amount of upgrades. He's going to be so far ahead, although the Protoss player is going to be getting out the weapons 1 and an overseer being morphed for Spanishiwa, just in case there are Dark Templars. This army going to be pushing out now for BBQplox. This spine crawlers and Zergling army and queens does look like it's going to easily be able to fend this off, though, as although the creep tumors getting taken out here, I'm sure the queens wouldn't be too unhappy if they had to poop another one of those out. And he's just going to be coming in, taking out some creep tumors and walking straight back home. Whoopsing off. Going to be going up the ramp though by the looks of it, but he's not. He's just going to be regrouping with his stalker buddies. No, they are going to be going out the ramp. Interested to see they're going to be coming and taking out this creep tumor as well. Although I really do think that Spanishiwa has got enough to do with this. Another 20 Zerglings being morphed here for him. And there's just so many spine crawlers that I just think it's going to be so hard for BBQplox to break in here. He's going to be throwing 1 or 2 shots off here, although the queen's thinking they can hero this out, and I don't think they can. There is an extraordinary amount of Zerglings though, and they have got the speed upgrade and melee upgrade and carapace upgrade is going to be done within a couple of seconds. Ground carapace 2 coming in as well. Interesting to see if he'll get Zerg melee attacks too as well, and he doesn't look like he is. The overseer gets seen, however, escapes unscathed. 18 banelings being morphed here. Very interesting. I didn't even see the baneling nest go down, and Immortals coming down for the Protoss player at this point in time. He does look like he's just going to be amassing an army here. Interested to see this, as Blink is going to be coming down as well, which is crazy good against Zerg players, as the mobility without the Zerg speedlings, although it's interesting to see that he has got the speedlings, the mobility of the queen and spine crawlers is just so low that he can just waltz up. A drop coming, a baneling drop. Wow, Spanishiwa. This is going to be super interesting. Pushing out now with a few banelings and a lot of speedlings. These overlords are going to be coming in here. They are filled with banelings. Going to be doing a nice carpet bomb style. We do see this in the GSL. Korean players do like this a lot, especially the Zerg Korean players, because they're the only ones who can do it. Duh. Look at this blue ball on the map. It's just so huge for Spanishiwa. Continuing to produce those units. Coming in, doesn't see what's going to happen. Those banelings just going to be going down and devastating everything. Nice force fields though, blocking off everything coming into his base. However, these Zerglings can do so much damage, especially with the 2-2 upgrades. Oh my goodness, just ripping everything apart. Coming in here, taking down cannons, taking down stalkers, taking down pylons, taking down stalkers. Oh my god, these stalkers just getting ripped to pieces with these upgrades. Blink nearly done. That's not going to really help, as these banelings are just trying to find their way in. They're just devastating everything. Zealots here. Zealots one-on-oneing the Zerglings is so much damage. However, those banelings can just pop and take out so many Zealots and probes. And it's just... Oh, look at that explosion of the banelings just doing so much damage. We do see 8 more Zerglings, just Spanishiwa with any spare minerals, any spare lava, just bringing in more and more speedlings. And the Protoss player not really knowing what to do, warping in more probes and Zealots here, because Zealots are so dangerous against these Zerglings, as they have got a far superior attack. However, this cannon, let me see what kills that one. That's on 31 kills that cannon is. That's an extraordinary amount. That is so huge. Feels it's safe enough to bring these overlords back, and they're just amassing another army here with more banelings, more speedlings. However, the devastation that Spanishiwa just caused there was too much for my words to explain. That was just so good from Spanishiwa. With more and more upgrades coming down now, 2 and 2 are going to be going down. About a quarter of the way finished. Interesting to see if more and more banelings are being morphed, and they are being morphed. Did we see centrifugal hooks go down? I don't think we did. Let me just try and find the baneling nest. We do see the baneling nest, and centrifugal hooks hasn't been researched. However, in my opinion, Spanishiwa is just so far ahead, going for a gold in the middle of the map in a nice hidden position there. This overseer thinking, if he goes for an expansion, I'm going to see him. I don't think so, says Spanishiwa, just morphing more and more banelings. And it's interesting to see the Protoss army has not grown to an extreme amount, although High Templar are going to be coming in as well. With the Templar archives has been produced. They are just so dangerous against those clumped up banelings and zerglings as the storms just do so much damage. However, a hell of a lot of banelings being produced here. Interested to see if he's going to go for the carpet bomb technique or just to run them in. He is going to go for a carpet bomb technique as uncentrifugal hooked banelings. Is that can I say that? Uncentrifugal hooked? Anyway, he's just going to be loading these overlords up and just going into the main, it appears, to just do so much damage. No, he's going to go for the expansion. I did say the expansion is worth more than the main this late in the game. There are not many minerals up there. However, there are a lot of probes. This overseer going to see the attack coming. However, this carpet bomb is just so devastating. These banelings just flopping out, taking down everything they see. The Zealots just going to get decimated. More banelings here. They look like they're going to be taking out these Zealots. Welcome to www.sc2.com. See and have fun. BBQplox saying good game. Spanishiwa takes it with that baneling drop, an extraordinary tactic, which we do see a lot in Korean StarCraft, although Spanishiwa is so far ahead with the gold as well. I think it was just a matter of time until BBQplox had to leave the game. And anyway, guys, that was a brilliant game up in JO. You've been watching StarCraft Vault. See you later.